talked around the footy club, the fact that Belmont Lions have never won a flag. Has that been a subject at all in the 3 weeks of finals?
No. Look, I don't think they've ever played in a grand final. So, I think, as a playing group, like from my perspective, you can't be talking about history or what we might be. Early in the year, we might have said, here's an opportunity to make history and put our names in the record books and maybe give the future of the football club something to live up to. And now it's sort of, we've put a lot of work in over the last 8 to 10 weeks and it's sort of starting to pay dividends. And, we're not a flash side and we're not a super skillful side, but we try to make the game a fairly tough competitive game. And I think if we make it contest after contest enough, I reckon we can break even and almost get there.
Yeah, I guess what you say is exactly right. It's not much good talking about a premiership if you're not in the grand final. That's the key, number one. You're there. I thought you got a wonderful blend there. You talk about not having skills. I thought your skills today under pressure were dramatically improved on last week. The further the game went last week, under pressure you struggled. Brilliant first quarter, and if you were to pursue that, no team will beat you. That was outstanding. Today it was more workmanlike. Did you benefit from having had a game in the finals last week?
Yeah, absolutely. The guys, we believe that if we play at our intensity level, probably is, I don't know if there's, I think we actually stand on our own. I think, we put a lot of intensity into training and try and put it at a level where, you expect the pressure. And if we can dictate the intensity and perform a skill at that level, we've just got to be able to sustain it through the game. And, we did it for a quarter and a half last week. And today we probably, it was a different ball game. It was a lot more contested against East Geelong. And today it was more open. Bannockburn liked to play uncontested footy and work to switch the ball and kick at the blokes working into space. And we did our best just with our backmen to match up and contest the footy and give ourselves a chance to sort of be in the game.
The inclusion of Chris Canavan, a bonus, 3 goals, 3 off his boot today, but created a target for you. The potential for Danny Warren to get back next week?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, he had a mild strain of his hamstring. He was seriously considered to play this week. My therapist said you could play, it could be a risk, and we didn't want to take that. We sort of thought, well, if we can get over today and everyone does their job, then perhaps he's better off playing next week if we get a chance.
So that being the case, the potential to have the best possible side next week, is there no one else that could get into that side?
Danny could come back in. There's the possibility of other players stepping in. East Geelong, like I said, are a different side, and we need to get our matchups right and what we need. We thought we were maybe a midfielder or something down last week, so we'll certainly consider that during the week.
Congratulations, Haami, on getting there. It's great to be in the grand final, there's no doubt about that. I thought today your side dictated the terms pretty well from the start. You got away to a good start as a coach point of view. That's exactly what you wanted. I think what I saw here today, you guys forced them a lot wider than they would have liked to have gone with the footy. You put them under a fair bit of pressure down the back. Your back half were pretty good today. I thought Luke Marnie stats rang. He was pretty good down there. He was strong when he was needed. Tatey was good as well. So you'd have to be happy with that.
Absolutely. Marnes and Tatey, if they're both playing there, they sort of form the cornerstone of our backline. I think our backline's pretty, really solid. We have the capacity to match up with any opposition, I reckon. And last week we thought we could keep East Geelong to 15 goals and 14 goals and perhaps get up, and we didn't manage to because we sort of let them get on top in the midfield. But we wanted to force them wide and we wanted to pull guys back into the middle. We know Bannockburn didn't have strong contested markers up forward, but Mars is an excellent player and he did the same to Malane Grant last time. He just cut him off and didn't give him any real opportunities. And they were great today. They helped each other out really well.
I hear what you said about your skill level out there, but I thought your decision making was pretty good out there today. You went to the right people where Bannockburn's was probably atrocious because they coughed it up far too much more than you did, and I thought that would have to be a good sign as well.
Yeah, look, it was actually quite good in the second half when the pressure really came on and the game had to be won. Our decision making has been as good as it has been all year, which is surprising because they hadn't done that for the last few weeks. But I don't know. In the second quarter, we really coughed up a lot of ball. The guys were bombing it long, first and second quarter. They were just bombing it, kicking over their shoulders and not looking, and gave them a bit of a break at half time. And they turned it around and waited for guys to present up. But the second half, both sides were slugging it out.
I'm looking forward to next week's game because you're both new coaches to our league. You both like to get the ball into the corridor, which is probably a GFL or a better class of football style of thing. So that's going to be interesting who can do that, because I know East want to do that, you want to do that, and I'm pretty sure that'll be one of the highlights of the day.
Well, look, I think Scrubber's a bit like me. Like, he likes attacking footy, and I like attacking footy, and you know, I'm just not a fan. You know, local footy, it's about enjoying it and teaching the guys to work hard and run hard and use the ball well. And, you know, in the end, it'll just come down to who can perform the best they can next week. Because I think it'll be pretty close, as long as we can match up well down back for them and do a few things right. Hopefully we can serve it up.
Haami, we do appreciate your time. I know a winning coach, it's a time when you're looking at a grand final next week, you'd love to be with your players, but we do appreciate you coming here, creating history next week. 9th and 10th last year, Belmont Lions and East Geelong, and you're in a grand final this year. Fantastic. And we look forward to, well, I've got to put up with you on TV this week, grand final coach. But great to have you on board. You're a great personality. I guess you and Scrobber know pretty well one another too. We've coached against one another in Bellarine League, and we're looking forward to a great contest. I know, just listening to you here, you're loving being in it. We congratulate you on that, and good luck next week.
Thanks, gents. You've been great all year.
That's Haami Williams, the coach of